Well, that escalated quickly, to quote Ron Burgundy. Yeah, media crack up in Big Pharma. Comcast is going to move forward with a plan to spin off its NBC Universal cable TV networks. Uh oh. It's going to separate MSNBC, CNBC, USA, Oxygen, E, Sci-Fi, and the Golf Channel. Yeah. They're keeping Bravo, though. They're keeping the Real Housewives. And I'm going to see who ends up getting involved with this after the fact and expect more of this to happen. Why are you going to expect more of this to happen across other networks? Well, God willing, Robert F. Kennedy gets his job and puts the kibosh on Big Pharma spending. The numbers are incredible. Incredible. The amount of money that is spent. Again, blow your mind. Pharma TV ad spend. Okay, this is for 2023. Comcast, over $1 billion got in pharma ads. Paramount, over $1 billion. Disney, $900 million. Warner Brothers Discovery, $868 million. Fox, $369 million. A&E, $263 million. I can go on down the line, for crying out loud. You know, I mean, they $1.3 billion in spending. GlaxoSmithKline spent $736 million. Pfizer spent $502 million. I go right on down the list. This is all ad spends by Big Pharma. What is this going to do to all of these cable networks? Again, what is it going to do to the dynamic in regards to even sports? Watch a football game on a Sunday. A lot of that ad spend, Big Pharma. And I thought about it a little bit. Again, we've covered advertising and buying good news coverage and how it's done. And I'm curious. I'm curious to see. They run all these ads, and some of them are annoying as hell. Annoying as hell, long ass ads with people frolicking around after taking their wonder drug, for crying out loud. It's bloody annoying as far as I'm concerned. But anyway, neither here nor there. Do people actually watch this stuff and say, "Oh, I want that drug"? Do they have their doctor on speed dial and then call them up and say, "Hey, doc, I want this drug that I saw on TV"? And I'm curious to see if doctors would be like, "Oh, okay, sure, you want that drug. I'll give it to you. I'll prescribe it to you. Sure." I don't know. What I do know, if you actually think about it, is maybe there's an ulterior motive here. I know, going all conspiracy theory on here. Maybe there's an ulterior motive to all of this ad spending. Yeah, as the major news networks are, you ever see them investigate these pharmaceutical companies or look into, what they're up to or the drugs they're prescribing or some of the side effects? Again, you can find it. You can find all this information. Again, I stopped doing the COVID vaccine stuff here on the program because it's unhealthy for me. It really is. I have to stop covering because it's so aggravating. More and more studies coming out, all of the terrible things, how these companies got out of jail scot-free. And you ever say that you have to really look around? None of the major networks cover any of this stuff. None, Fox included. You think it might have something to do with the fact that they're getting nice checks written to them by these pharmaceutical companies? No, couldn't be. Yeah, it could be. Big ad buys will buy you good editorial coverage. Period. The end. They will buy you good editorial coverage. We know this. We've covered this here on the program when it comes to the too big to fail banks. What do you think? It's any different for Big Pharma? Anyway, again, it's going to be interesting moving forward. It really is. What's going to happen with these media outlets? What's going to happen? What's going to happen if they lose this this massive revenue stream coming from the pharmaceutical industry? Quite frankly, while you're at it, why don't you? Again, I understand beer and wine to some degree, but the hard alcohol ads, I remember back they weren't legal either. Anyway, WatchDog on WallStreet.com.